Okay, so now we're going to put some things together, and we're going to talk about molar mass. Again, if you had a high school chemistry experience, then this is probably going to be relatively easy for you. So molar mass for any element is going to be the mass of a mole of that element, right? It's just by the definition. That's just what we're saying. So the molar mass is going to be the grams that equals the atomic mass of that element. Okay, for example, 1 mole of sodium atoms, if you look at a periodic table, 1 mole of sodium atoms is going to be 22.99 grams. Okay, so our learning goal is, given the chemical formula of a substance, calculate its molar mass. All right, my hope is at the end of this you're going to think this is pretty easy. So the core chemistry skill that we're interested in here is calculating molar mass. Right, so the molar mass is the mass of 1 mole of an element, and we're going to say that we're going to express that in grams. So 1 mole of carbon is 12.01 grams. 1 mole of lithium is 6.941 grams, and you get that from the periodic table. Let's see, let me pull a periodic table up here. You've seen this before. Oh, the molar mass is not on this particular periodic table. So, but the periodic tables that you'll have access to are going to have the molar mass in there, okay? So, look at here. Oh, it doesn't have it there either. You have to click on it in order to see it, okay? 12.01, sulfur is 32.07, silver is 107.9. Okay, so let's calculate the molar mass for lithium carbonate. The way I'm going to do this, every time I do this, I'm going to say it's 2 times lithium plus 1 times carbon plus 3 times oxygen, right, is equal to, and I'm going to go look up lithium. Lithium was, what was lithium? 6.941. 2 times 6.941 plus 1 times carbon, which is 12.01. I remember that one. Plus 3 times oxygen, right? Let's go look those up anyways. All right, so carbon is 12.01. 12.01. And oxygen is about 16. Is it given to us in this periodic table here? Not given to us. I'm going to go look it up. Oxygen is going to be the atomic mass. The atomic mass is 15.999. So let me come back over here, and I'm going to call that 16. Most periodic tables will round that off to 16.00. Okay, and so it's going to be 2 times 7, roughly. I'll put this in my calculator to check it. Plus 12 plus 3 times 16 is 48. Right? So 12 plus 48 is 60. So it looks like it's going to be 74. Now let's put this in our calculator. 2 times 6.941 plus 12.01 plus 3 times 16.00 is 73.892. 73.892. And that comports with what I estimated, 73.892 grams per mole. And that is the molar mass of lithium carbonate. Okay, so here's an interesting graphic from your textbook. 1 mole quantities. 1 mole of sulfur is 32.07 grams, right? Because sulfur is that many grams per mole. So 1 mole of sulfur atoms is 32.07 grams. So that's sulfur right there. 1 mole of iron is 55 grams, right? Looks smaller amount, but it's more dense, right? 1 mole of salt is 58.44 grams, right? Potassium chromate is 300 grams, and sucrose, which is table sugar, is that many grams. Look at that. There's sucrose there. So these are all 1 mole quantities of each of these different substances. Give you a sense of the fact that it's not really intuitive when you look at it, right? Because 1 mole, the molar mass is the grams of 1 mole of that substance, right? I like that. All right, so calculate the molar mass of C2H6O. This is probably ethanol. C2H6O, or dimethyl ether. And so this is going to be, why don't you pause the video, make an attempt at this, and then come back and check. Okay, I'm going to assume you paused it. It's not 1 times carbon, it's 6 times carbon. I mean, it's 2 times carbon, right? 2 times carbon plus 6 times hydrogen plus 1 times oxygen, right? So I'm going to go look these numbers up. We just did carbon, it was 12.01. Oxygen we just did, it was 16.00. And hydrogen is, do we have that on our periodic table right there? No, we don't. It doesn't give us the number right there. Let's go do it. Let's go look and say what. It's 1.008. 1.008. I'm going to round that to 3 figs. I'm going to call it to 3 sig figs. 1.01. 1.01, right? Now I'm going to estimate this before I put it in my calculator. 2 times 12 is 24. Plus 6 times 1 is 6. 16. 24 plus 16 is 40. This ought to be about 46. Right? About 46. So let's do it in our calculator now. 2 times 12.01 plus 1.06 times 1.01 plus 16 is 46.08. Perfect. 46.08. 46.08 grams per mole. Okay, I'm just going to check it real quickly. Let's go over here. What is the molar mass of C2H6O? And it's going to give me molecular weight 46.07. And what did I say? 46.08? Perfect. 46.07 is what it's given to me in Wikipedia. And that's obviously within the margin of error. All right, so I hope that's helpful. We're going to be using this a lot. Good luck.